you are looking to buy a new pre-built gaming PC, right now is the best time to buy because prices are actually pretty low with some amazing limited time discounts. If you are looking for a reliable gaming PC that's already built for you, fits your budget, your needs, and will achieve high FPS no matter the monitor resolution, whether that's 1080p, 1440p or 4K, well, this is going to be the right video for you because I will show you the best pre-built gaming PCs of the month, all budgets included, and I will also show you the level of performance for each system. The link to these PCs and also coupon codes for extra discounts will be down below in the video description. Keep in mind that those coupon codes with extra discounts are there for a limited time. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first system, we have the cheapest one on the list, and if you are looking to play at 1080p resolution on a budget, this is going to be the perfect one for you, and I'm talking about the Victus 15L. This one is under $800 when I'm recording this video, and you get the RTX 4060 and i5 14400F. This CPU and GPU combo will allow you to play at 1080p high demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us Part 1 and those type of games at around 88 plus FPS on average, which is a very nice number considering we are talking about high demanding titles. The only bad thing about this system is that you get 500 gigs of SSD, which might not be enough for some people, but I do have a solution for you if you want more storage. I will be talking about that solution in just a moment, but I want to say that for under $800 you are getting a very nice, well put together gaming system for 1080p resolution, and you can also play esports games like Valorant or Fortnite at 240 plus FPS on average, so you can buy a 1080p 240Hz monitor and take full advantage of it. Now, if you want more storage and maintain the level of gaming performance, I recommend you getting the Skytech Nebula. I have tested this system myself, and in terms of gaming performance, it's going to be basically the same as the Victus 15L, but here you get a 1TB SSD and you get a much better looking case. In my test, I was able to run esports games at 300 plus FPS on average, so you can easily fit a 360Hz monitor if you want to compete, and then in high demanding games, you can pause the video to see the exact FPS, but the average was 97 FPS across all titles, and these are very high demanding ones. Then if you want to play at 1440p, if you turn on DLSS, which is the upscaler from Nvidia, you can expect around 80 FPS on average in high demanding titles. So if you want to play at 1440p on a budget, this is going to be a great system as well. The price right now is $850. In my opinion, is a no-brainer, especially if you have more than $800 to spend and you want more storage. Now, if you don't mind about having 500 gigs of SSD and you don't want to go over $800, just go with the Victus PC instead. If you want to have a much better level of gaming performance at 1440p with no DLSS, by the way, so native resolution, then I recommend you getting the AVS Stratos Aqua from Amazon. This one is much better than any other system I've mentioned so far because for the graphics card you get the RTX 4070 Super, which is one of the best graphics cards in the entire market for 1440p resolution. Here in high demanding games at 1440p high to ultra settings, you can expect over 100 FPS on average, which is an insane number, and you can expect 240 plus FPS when it comes to esports shooters at 1440p resolution competitive settings, so you could buy a 240 or 360Hz 1440p monitor if you have the budget to. On top of that, here you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, which is going to be ideal if you want to do content creation or streaming on the side, and you get a 1TB SSD. Overall, a very complete system, and this is in my opinion one of the best value pre-built gaming PCs out there, especially if you have under $1,500 to spend, because the price right now is $1,350 on Amazon. However, if you are willing to go over $1,500, I do recommend you getting the Omen 40L, and I have tested an Omen 40L myself. This one has the 4070 Super, so the same graphics card as the last PC that I've mentioned, but this one has an i7 14th gen processor, which is much faster than the last system, so here you can expect way higher frame rates when it comes to esports shooters because they are usually more CPU demanding. So at 1440p you can average 360 plus FPS, possibly 500 plus FPS depending on the esports game that you are playing, or if you want to play high CPU demanding games like Flight Simulator or City Skylines. The total price for this system at the moment is $1,550, but remember that most of these systems are on a discount, so maybe when you're watching this the price is different, so I highly highly recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links in the description. Now, if you want the best level of gaming performance at 1440p, or if you want to play at 4K resolution and you do not want to spend anything over $2,000, but you still want some great performance at 4K ultra settings in high demanding games, then I recommend you getting this Skytech O11 Dynamic. This is, in my opinion, one of the best gaming systems overall in the entire market, because you get the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which is the fastest CPU when it comes to gaming in the entire market. And then you combine this CPU with the RTX 4070 Ti Super graphics card, which is one of the best graphics cards out there for 1440p and 4K resolution, and you will be achieving very high frame rates. I have tested the 4070 Ti Super myself recently at 1440p in high demanding games. You can pause the video to see the exact games, but the FPS average across all titles was 115 FPS, which is a very high number for high demanding games. Then if you want to jump up to 4K, you can expect about 70 plus FPS in high demanding games, but if you turn on DLSS, especially in those high demanding titles, then you can expect closer to 80 or 90 plus FPS on average, depending on the exact title that you are playing. So in my opinion, it is a very smooth level of gaming performance for both 1440p and 4K resolution. And since you get the fastest CPU in the entire market for gaming, then you can expect well over 500 plus FPS on average when it comes to esports shooters, depending on the exact game and depending on the settings. So this is ideal whether you want a 1080p 540Hz monitor, a 1440p 360Hz one, or even a 4K 240Hz. And of course, you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, so this one is still amazing when it comes to streaming, content creation, and productivity work. And you also get a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, which is ideal if you want to make future upgrades with your CPU, and say down the line you want to buy a new CPU from AMD that's more beefy, like a Ryzen 9 9950X. This liquid cooler is going to be more than enough even for those high-end CPUs. Now, this PC is about $2,189, but I have an extra coupon code that will be in the description, and in that case you will be saving $200, so the total price will be under $2,000 after you apply the coupon code. However, if you have a bit of extra money to spend, I do recommend you buying the Omen 45L from Amazon, because it's going to cost you $2,189 USD, so $200 more than the O11 Dynamic, but here you are getting the 4080 Super. This is going to be helpful, especially if you want to play at 4K Ultra. If you want to play at 1440p, the last system is going to be way more than enough, and you are probably better off saving those $200. But if you want to play at 4K Ultra, well, the 4080 Super will achieve 85 plus FPS native resolution compared to 70 FPS from the 4070 Ti Super, so this is a 4K Ultra system. Once again, if you just want to play at 4K, this will make sense for you, but if you want to play at 1440p, you will not notice the difference, because both the 4080 Super and 4070 Ti Super will already achieve very high FPS. Now, this 45L has an i7-14700K, which is less stable than the 7800X3D for gaming, and is also slightly slower. Honestly, you will not notice a difference, especially if you want to play at 4K resolution in high demanding games. And then you get the same 1TB of SSD and 32 gigs of RAM. Overall, this is an amazing system though. For $2,190, it's a great discount, and I don't know for how long this one is going to be for, but most likely when you're watching this video, the discount is not going to be there anymore. But if you see it on sale, I think that is a very nice discount for a 4K gaming system. If you don't see it on sale anymore, I have a second option for you, which is the Eclipse 2 from Skytech. I have an extra coupon code for you guys for this one as well, and this one is actually faster than the Omen 45L, because you get a 4080 Super and you get a 7800X3D for the CPU, so this one is faster, but it's going to be a bit more expensive. After you applied a $300 coupon code that I'm going to give you guys, instead of spending almost $2,800, you will be spending about $2,500, which is still more expensive than the 45L, but it is going to be slightly faster. And I do recommend you buying this one, especially if the 45L is not in stock anymore, or if it's not on sale. And then if you want the best of the best for gaming, I mean, some people want to buy the most expensive gaming PCs out there, because if you have the money to, honestly, just go for the best of the best. And this is going to be the perfect PC for you in that case. And I'm talking about the Skytech Prism from Amazon. This one has the fastest CPU in the entire market for gaming, once again in the 7800X3D, but here you get the RTX 4090, which is the fastest graphics card in the entire market, so you can expect the highest frame rates when it comes to both high demanding games and esports shooters as well. In high demanding games at 4K native resolution, you can expect well over 110 FPS on average, and in esports shooters over 500 plus FPS depending on the exact esports game and depending on the setting. Then you get 32 gigs of RAM and you get 2 terabytes of Gen 4 SSD, so this is a very complete system and it is super expensive at $3,200. However, if you have the money to buy it, I think that it's an amazing gaming system and you will not regret it. But again, this PC is not for everyone, only for the people who want the best of the best and the highest frame rates while gaming. And then there's a system that's a bit more expensive in the Eclipse 2, and here I have a $500 extra coupon code, and this one is ideal for people who want the best of the best for gaming but also want a better content creation system. This one is better for content creation because you get a Ryzen 9 7900X3D, which is basically the same as the 7800X3D when it comes to gaming, but it is slightly faster when it comes to content creation and productivity work. And then you get 64 gigs of DDR5 memory instead of 32 gigs, which is going to be ideal once again for content creators and productivity work. So if you want to do content creation at a higher level while maintaining the best of the best for gaming, this is going to be the right one for you. And after you apply the coupon code, this one is going to be around $3,440. So slightly more expensive than the last one, but again, worth it if you are a content creator. Remember that most of these systems are on a discount, so I will be updating the links in case some of these go out of stock. I update the links weekly, so don't worry about it if you see something that's not in stock or not on sale, because I will make sure to update it in the links in the description. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.